So I usually say this is my narrow-minded, biased opinion because I come from a certain perspective, right? I was raised a certain way. Um, my experiences, my background, etc., led me to believe the things that I do, right? Uh, that's why I say it's narrow-minded and I'm biased because I believe in certain things and think certain ways. I like to think that I'm pretty old school when it comes to certain things. Uh, so I guess I should have said that. I don't think I said that on the procession video, the funeral video, because that's why I said I want to know what other people think because I see things a certain way, right? I honestly believe because of the way I was brought up that a funeral is like somebody said in the comments, it's a way to pay your respects for that person. Um, somebody on I think Instagram had said something about we celebrate life, not death. Not that I'm trying to be antagonistic or anything like that, but if you believe that death is a part of life, then we should celebrate death also. And I don't think that we're celebrating death as far as, yay, death, you are awesome, or, yay, the person's dead. I think it's a way to celebrate that person and commemorate, pay your respects. Sometimes you don't see the person, you didn't get to say goodbye before they passed away, and that's your way of saying goodbye, or at least honoring the person. That's the way I see it. I don't think death is necessarily a bad thing, and I don't think when somebody dies, yeah, se acabó, and it's like, oh, the person's no longer here, so it doesn't fucking matter anymore. One thing that comes to my mind is Dia de los Muertos. We celebrate the person who has passed away. So I don't think. Oh, and if I didn't say this before, this is probably going to be a long video. So the long video will be on YouTube. I don't think it's necessarily that we're celebrating death or that the person died. I think it's a way of saying or showing that you cared about the person. Somebody made a comment about fake people. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but I think personally, from my perspective and the way I was brought up, it's a way to pay your respects to the people, to the person who passed away, and also to show support for the family members. Especially people who pass away early, or you're really attached to the person, your parent passes away, obviously the kids are really attached, so they need support. It's hard. Yes, death is a part of life, and it's to me, I see it this way. Even if the person was sick, yes, they're not suffering anymore, right? Quote unquote, they're not suffering anymore. But you still loved that person. You still had a relationship with that person. You're still going to miss them. So even if their suffering ends, they're still not here. You're still not able to talk to them. You're still not able to see them. You're never going to be able to pick up the phone and say, hey, so-and-so, how's it going? Or, hey, you want to grab lunch? Or, I'm on my way to see you or pick you up or whatever. You're never going to be able to communicate with that person anymore. So yeah, it's hard to lose a loved one. And somebody also made a comment about maybe they outlived everybody. Maybe they did, but you would still think that I don't I don't know how you outlive everybody if there's a lot of people still alive in this world. But like I said, my friend, his father, when he passed away, he had friends from elementary school. I mean, that's a long time to know somebody. So obviously you still know people, and somebody knows you. I was thinking about this when when one of the videos was talking about veterans and homeless and stuff like that. It almost makes me say that we should come up with some kind of way, right? I know that in the old days they used to post the obituaries in the newspaper, but wouldn't it be kind of cool if there was a way for them to advertise somewhere on social media saying, hey, this homeless person passed away, this veteran passed away and didn't have any family. You know, if you want to come pay your respects, you know, this is when the funeral is going to be. And not necessarily just, you know, for attention, but we're we're all people, right? Jesus said love your neighbor. He didn't say just love your family members. And I say that because I read somewhere one time, I don't remember where, but somebody had said it's easy to love your friends, it's easy to love your family members, but it's not easy to love everybody else. That's why you should love your neighbor, not just the people that you know or care about. So I think it would be kind of cool to like go to those funerals where they didn't have friends or family, and to send them off with, you know, well wishes. If anything else, you know, send them off in good spirits. You know, I don't know if that helps in the transition for however you see death or view death, but it I think it would be interesting, you know, to show some kind of support, especially if there was one person there. It's like, hey, did you know this person? No, but I figured since nobody was going to show up, I would show up to show my support, and if nothing else, to show that me as a person, I love you as my brother slash sister slash fellow human being. I don't know. Like I said, it's interesting to read people's comments. Not that I disagree with anybody. Like I said, I see things a certain way, and it's interesting to me to. Now, when you're being negative or just stupid or rude, that's different. But it's interesting to see how other people see things. You know, like I said, I see things a certain way, and it's interesting to see how other people see it. And sometimes I'm not, and I know a lot of people are narrow-minded to the point where you can't change your mind, but I try to be open-minded with other people's comments and see things from different perspectives. And there have been some times where, because of something that somebody said, it makes me think a certain way. You may not change my mind, but it makes me at least see that there are other perspectives. So I think we should, especially nowadays with everybody being so full of anger and hate and so anti love your neighbor, that we should try to be at least a little bit open-minded.